take away the marketing team, you take away the publicity team, you take away your radio pluggers, your distributors, you take away all of those A&R people and the office staff in general, the support, and you sit in your living room and you've just put out your new record onto Amazon or Apple Music or whatever, and all you've got is this 350 people that are your friends and family on your Facebook page, right, and you're trying to promote your record. It's not easy, and I feel that this is the challenge of the current music industry, because I feel a lot of people are doing this and spending quite considerable amounts of money on, whether it be a Facebook advert or whether it be a Twitter advert or an Instagram advert, and not realizing that they are only going to make 69 pence from streams. And
can I just interrupt and say that I think part of that model comes from the X Factor, I'd say the X Factor model, where through sheer ignorance, people think that is the route, where someone will write your songs for you, somebody will decide what you're going to wear, somebody will decide, all the support you're talking about. But this idea that it'll just happen, I think there is an analogy with you and I sitting on a stagecoach and travelling to London. We make it happen by going at the coalface, learning at the coalface. And that's the one thing they've got against them, that this idea that it's this wonderful world for everyone who was ever signed because of one of these programs, be it The Voice, be it X Factor, any of those shows. For every one artist that actually makes it on that, and there's very precious few, there are thousands of people who are signed off the back of that because they're like that person, or because it's gone on for generations. Because when we were first signed, it was like, when they were looking for who you would, what producer to go with, it was like, well, let's go for this kind of this producer because he's produced Simply Red or whatever because of The Voice. Instead of going, why did we sign this band? What's the original thing about it? And, they've got no imagination, etc. But I have this thing as well that when we were growing up, either to make a good living and to live a successful life, you had to be a pop star or a footballer.
Yeah.
So there are more and more options out there. But I think through social media, this image of doing music it's pervasive, and the reality is just not there. None of the realities are there.
No.
But
I think that's a big problem, because if you go on YouTube, just in Scotland alone, I know maybe 2 or 3, maybe 400 people who can really sing well. They're singing really well, but they're all singing with the same style.
It drives me bonkers.
Yeah, same style.
Anytime I get the opportunity, and it's great to get an opportunity, isn't it? Let's face it. I would always say to anyone, you don't have to be the best singer, but you have to be the best you. And these artists who are out there, they're not like other people. They all sound unique. They all sound different. And that is, you're right. It's not just women, it's men. Lewis Capaldi, maybe he's got this same kind of thing that he's got from a few others, but they've all got this. It sounds to me, and I don't want to bring any regions into it, but almost Cornish. The voice rolls back and into their throats, and I'm like, what the hell? You just sound like this person or that person. But in their innocence, complete ignorance and innocence, they think that's what they should be like. But I say to people, take your time. There is one guy, I won't mention his name. There's one guy who I was involved with through a competition. And he said he'd been approached by the X Factor. And I said, walk away. And afterwards, I thought, what have I done? But he has walked away, and he's doing really, really well under his own steam, because he's doing it as a very different voice and learning his skills as he goes. And it's going really well for him. So I hope that sort of keeps going.